Yep, that is me. They all have to come up with me when I come up with it, right? All the homeowners or just me? Anything else? And it's the agenda?
Good afternoon. This is the Town of Hempstead Board of Appeals, October 15th, 2 p.m. meeting. Madam Chair, do you have any opening remarks?
Well, I see a number of people here who appear regularly, so you know how it works. As to the rest of you, the way we generally do is we call the case in the order in which the cases appear on the calendar. Make sure you've signed in for whatever case you're here on, whether you're the applicant or someone who's just interested in hearing and or getting a copy of the decision and or providing some testimony as to input you'd like the board to have. Once the applicant is finished giving his or her case, then we will allow any interested parties to give testimony. And then we accept evidence that's relevant. We loosely apply the rules of evidence. It's not a court. It's a quasi-judicial body. So we will take that which is relevant material and give it the weight that we believe it deserves. If you have any other questions, you can come up and speak to either counsel to the board or the secretary of the board and go through it that way. If you're not signed into your case, feel free to come up and sign in while we're taking testimony.
Madam Chair, we have a few cases that are requesting adjournments this afternoon. First, case 54725, West Hempstead, Cherry Valley Associates LLC, Storm Baseball Academy Incorporated. Special exception to use part of premises for public assembly and amusement, Storm Sports Academy, variance in off-street parking, also known as 45 Cherry Valley Avenue, 2 Terminal Road.
Do we need to swear at you again, Mr. Bobo?
No, yeah, just name and address.
Go ahead.
Richard M. Bobo, 308 Snow Avenue, Snow, hearing for
I didn't hear.
Storm Baseball Academy, Inc., 2 Terminal Road, requesting adjournment.
All right, Mr. Vaughn, go ahead, Patrick.
Madam Chair, December 3rd at 11 a.m.
What's the reason for your adjournment, Mr. Bobo?
Effective notice, they were set to go, they went to the office and noticed.
And you got the window now and got it all figured out. Okay. December 30th is what time, Patrick?
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Thank you.
You have to change
You're the, wait, Patrick, is there any, I don't have the sign-in sheet.
Sign in.
Anyone else here on the case? All right, so there'll be no further notice. Does he need an update on the sign or no?
He would have to, you can, yeah, patch the sign. New notices need to go out.
Thank you, Mr. Pavone. Next, have a nice day.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Next adjournment we have is cases 54825 through 55425 East Meadow Pathland Holdings LLC, care of Parkett Management, also known as 651 Newbridge Road.
Mr. Vanesso.
D'Amato, members of the board, William Vanesso for Shelley Deegan Joanna, 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard, Uniondale, New York, on behalf of the applicant Pathland Holdings LLC. Our traffic expert had a conflict with today's date, so we're looking for a short adjournment. I spoke with Mr. Owens, and he indicated that there's availability on November 19th.
Who's it, Mr. Mueller?
No, it's a gentleman named Frank Filisciotto. He's appeared before this board before, but could not make today's.
What time, Patrick?
2 p.m. on November 19th.
That work, Mr. Vanesso?
Yes, it does.
All right. See you then. Thank you.
We have one more case for adjournment, case 67824 Hewlett Rockaway Portfolio LLC, also known as 56 East Rockaway Road.
Morning, Mr. Minerva. Afternoon.
Dominic Minerva, 107 South Central Avenue, Valley Stream, New York. Requesting a further adjournment on this. With the holidays, I've not been able to get in touch with my client. I believe he has made some progress on the issues of the CO, but I don't have an update. So I'm requesting a short adjournment to November 19th. It's available, so I can come back with a further update. And we also are waiting a hearing date on the permanent building as well. That is all.
Give me 1 second, Miss. Okay, Mr. Minerva. So it's been brought to our attention that you have, as we all know, you have the trailers operating and you have the case that is pending as it relates to the permanent structures. As to the current trailers or temporary structures that are operating, apparently the building department has not received to date, or has no record of to date receiving anything related to the plumbing, including applications, sign-off, inspections. There's a concern to ensure that the plumbing is all done properly and safely for everyone involved. In addition, apparently, the building department does not seem to have on file anything related or from the fire marshal indicating that the necessary fire safeties are in place. So there's some intense interest in having this immediately resolved so we know the temporary structures that are there and being used now are safe from a plumbing perspective and a fire perspective. So can you get that done quickly? It'll be done.
We have to have proof that we filed both.
Great. And whatever other steps, if they file something and they need inspection, like, let's make sure we know this is operating safely while we wait to build the permanent structures. Okay?
My client, so 19, needs to come back with that evidence.
You got it. Thank you, Mr. Minerva. Anything else, Ms. Becky? All right. See how effective we are now that we have this like resident expert, Rebecca First, down here. Like, it changes the game. We actually know a lot about what we're doing. All right, Mr. Minerva, see you later. For some reason, my glasses are fogging up. I keep taking them off. I like down to 2 cases.
Point lookout subdivision.
That's what I said. I didn't even realize it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be calling case 54425, Point Lookout, Brian Emery, variances, subdivision of lot area occupied, side yards aggregate, rear yard, construct 3-story dwelling, lot A, west side of Mineola Avenue, 260 feet south of Lido Boulevard, as well as case 54525, Point Lookout, Brian Emery, variances, subdivision of lot area, front width from an on-street line to front setback line, lot area occupied, side yards aggregate, maintained dwelling on a lesser lot, lot B, also known as 67 Mineola Avenue. Please stand.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
Sure.
Good afternoon. My name is Robert Litt, Litt Law Group, 66 North Village Avenue, Rockville Center, appearing on behalf of Brian Emery.
George Monasterio, 59 Belmore Avenue, Point Lookout, New York, architect.
Barry Nelson, 220 Pettit Avenue, Belmore, New York, 11710. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. As stated previously, my name is Robert Litt, and I'm the attorney on behalf of Brian Emery. For variances required in order to subdivide a parcel of property into 2 lots, maintaining an existing dwelling on one lot and constructing a new single-family home on the other lot. The property is located in a Residence B zoning district. The premises under application is located on the westerly side of Mineola Avenue, 260 feet south of Lido Boulevard in Point Lookout. The property has dimensions of 100 feet in width and 75 feet in depth, and a total lot area of 7,500 square feet. The property is developed with a single-family dwelling. It has a street address of 67 Mineola Avenue. It is also known as Section 61, Block 59, Lot 67, 68, and 69 on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map. By this application, the applicant seeks variances in order to subdivide the property into 2 lots, maintaining the existing dwelling on one lot and construct a new single-family dwelling on the second lot, all in accordance with the plans filed with the building department. The following variances are required. With respect to the new proposed home, lot area that is typically required for this zone is 6,000 square feet, and we are providing 4,425 square feet. Lot area occupied required 27.5%, which in this instance would be 1,217 square feet. We are going to be utilizing 43.4%, which is 1,922 square feet, broken down as follows. The house, 1,564 square feet.
Can you skip that
Sure. Sure, absolutely. The house is 34.5%, the front porch is 2.9%, and the rear deck is 5.8%. I'll stay with the percentages if you'd like, that's better. Whatever works best for you. The side yard minimum of 5 feet required, proposed on the north side is 5 feet to the house, and 3 feet 8 inches to the third floor cantilever. With respect to the south side, it's 11 feet to the house and 9.8 inches to the third floor cantilever. So the requirements are met on that side. The side yard aggregate, 15 feet is required. Proposed is 16 feet to the house and 13.4 inches to the third floor cantilever. The rear yard, 18 feet 9 inches required. Proposed is 20 feet 1 inch to the house and 17 feet 9 inches to the third floor balcony. With respect to the existing home, the lot width, 55 foot required. We have 41 feet proposed. Lot area, 6,000 required, 3,075 square feet proposed. A lot area occupied requires 27.5% minimum. We are going to be utilizing 36.9%. The side yard, 5 foot minimum was required. We have 3 feet proposed on the north side and 3 feet 3 inches proposed on the existing. Therefore, the side yard aggregate, which is 15 foot required, is only going to have 6 feet 3 inches. The new dwelling is FEMA compliant dwelling. The first level is access, garage, storage with 2 levels of living space above. No variances. Yes. That is correct. No variances for the number of stories or height are required or requested. It should be noted that the existing dwelling is currently under renovation pursuant to permit number 25-4495 issued in August of 2025, and that no variances were required for the renovation as the proposed work is in the parameters of the current zoning code. Sure, thank you. Thank you very much. Now, we did take the opportunity to reach out to the neighborhood to let them know what was going on, because obviously my client plans to live in one of the buildings. And we received 6 letters from the various neighbors, which I'd like to share with the board and admit into evidence, please.
Who went and got the signatures?
The signatures were gathered by my client, Mr. Emery. He went around and spoke to the various neighbors and confirmed with them and explained to them what he was building and what was going on. And when he was doing that, he answered any and all questions he possibly could to at least address their concerns, their questions and such. And several of the neighbors were kind enough to write letters in support of his applications.
Write letters in addition to the signature here?
Yes.
And did your client represent to you, Mr. Litt, that they personally witnessed these individuals are the people who actually signed?
Yes.
And you're confident that it fairly and accurately represents the signatures of the individuals and that they were in fact shown whatever materials?
That they requested? Yes, yes.
Okay, we'll accept those in evidence.
Thank you very much. Now,
Mr. Litt, hold on.
yes.
What I have here in your submission are radius map and their signatures in pairs of 2.
Yes.
Were those individuals shown the actual plans for the structure, or do you know?
I'm not 100% sure if they were shown the actual plans, but any particular questions that were presented to them regarding what was being built, what was going to be happening at the property, they were certainly, told what was going on, what was being built, because it was very simple to see it, because they saw the construction going on. The contractor put up the necessary barriers and stuff to be respectful to the neighbors, to make certain that whatever construction was going to be going on during the current permit that's pending does not disturb anybody. And he did reach out to the neighbors and said, this is what I'm building, this is what I'm doing. And the ones did respond, and if any particular questions, asked them for additional information, he took the time to do that and explain it to them, either by providing the documents or directing them to go look it online to find where the documents could be located.
When you, the way you described it is, what part of the construction has already started?
On the existing building, they already started doing some of the renovations in the existing home pursuant to a permit that was issued by the building department in August. And none of those improvements or any sort of the renovation work requires any further variances whatsoever. So we made certain of that. We were not going to do anything beyond any scope before coming before this board.
Is your client here who got the signatures and showed them whatever they wanted to see?
Yes, he is here. Yes.
Okay, it doesn't have to happen now, but I just want to have him come out and tell us, because I expected to see plans with the signatures or some representation
Yes.
of the people saying, I saw the plans. So maybe whenever it suits you, we can just have him.
Sure. He's available to answer any questions that you may have.
Yeah, just want to confirm that, I just want to know exactly what the people saw when they signed off on this stuff.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to now respectfully request that our architect, Mr. Joe Masterio, who's the project architect, explain the buildings and plans to the board a little more further detail.
Okay, he's the architect?
Yes, he's the architect. He's sitting to my immediate left and to your right.
And sir, you've appeared before us a number of times. I know you're a licensed architect. Is your license still in effect? Any changes in your credentials since you last testified? Okay, you're qualified to testify as to expert testimony of an architect.
No, nothing's changed.
Go ahead, sir.
As Mr. Litta spoke about the new house, let's talk about the existing. George Monasterio, 59 Belmore Avenue, Point Lookout, New York. The existing house does not require any variances. We're just building directly above. It's a 1938 original home to Point Lookout, and we're just modifying it for the client to be moving into while the new house is being
Well,
constructed.
wait, just for the record, it does need variances, as you know. So you're not, the existing house, you're not changing the structure, but for interior alterations? I mean, it needs variances if for no other reason, because its lot is changing. You need some variances, side yard, et cetera, right? I just don't want the record to inaccurately reflect. You don't need variances. So however you want to structure that, but it needs variances. Just tell us why they're justified, whatever you.
Well, the only variance it would need after the subdivision would be for lot coverage. And I guess, yeah, for lot coverage, because we're only building directly above the existing footprint.
Wait. As to the maintained house,
Yes,
my calendar reads that it needs the subdivision, the lot area, because it will be a substandard sized lot.
correct.
It needs the front width, because it won't meet the Residence B requirement. And it needs the lot area occupied, side yard, and side yard aggregate.
Let me clarify. There are certain variances that he's going to need on the maintain. As you're subdividing the property, you have to, as we all know, make sure that the maintain area complies with the zoning code as well as the new construction being done next door. So there is going to be a lot width requirement, because currently, it's supposed to have 55 feet. Under the maintain is going to be 41 feet. Also, the lot area, as you stated previously, you require 6,000, it's going to be 3,075 square feet. Lot area occupied, you're supposed to have 27.5%. You're only going to have, we're going to be using 36.9. And yes, there's some side yard requirement and side yard aggregate. But just
Go
to,
ahead and give those numbers since you gave the rest. We'll put it on the record.
yes, I've given those numbers previously. Would you like me to give them again? Would that be fine?
Just since you're on it right here, so it flows.
Sure, I understand. So the side yard was 5-foot minimum required, and we're going to have 3 proposed on the north side and 3 inches proposed on the other side.
Mhm.
And which was existing, and the side yard aggregate is required to be 15 feet, but you're only going to have 6.3 feet available. Now, just to make this very clear, so the court has the board has a history. This particular property, which was built back in the 1930s, only consisted of 3,000 square feet, and that's what the building was on. So, and they added the additional lots later on. So we're not asking the board to do something that's unique to this particular location, because previously, before they added the 3 additional lots, which they're now going to be developing on, when this property was solely by itself, it only had 3,000 square feet to begin with.
But that, 1930 is right on the cusp of before the zoning existed. So granted, it was built likely before zoning, and it was
Absolutely.
built on this. Then as things happened, I'm guessing that between 1930 and now, at least one, if not more, changes were made, which brought it into the purview of the building department under the new ordinance guidelines. So I get your point.
And we will see from my witness, Mr. Barry Nelson, he'll be discussing how that's not so uncommon. It does not change the characteristics of the community. But I was just giving the board a bit of a history, that it being 3,075 square feet, where previously before it was 3,000 square feet years ago initially done. I just want to give a bit of a history.
Just want to make sure that you realize there is already an existing building permit which was recently just
Speak a little
issued.
louder, will
It
you?
was originally, there's an additional building permit issued on the existing house around August to construct the second floor on the existing structure on the property.
Has that been constructed?
Yes, it has been constructed. They've already started the process of doing this and starting to put this together, but none of the particular work that's being done, whatever the board decides here, if they decide, you know what, we don't do anything, it's no harm, no foul. We're not in a position here where we wanted to do anything that if the board decides in an alternative view that we'd have an issue. So that's why when we're doing the construction, we did make sure we have the proper building permits to do this and maintain at least where we are within the confines of the building code.
Understood. This first, when that approval was given for those alterations to the existing dwelling, what was the size of the lot that was used in analyzing that?
The answer to that question.
I assume it was these two
It's
together.
the original lot, the original 2 lots together.
Original or what came, not the original that when it was
The
constructed?
composite, what is on the composite your composite plot plan right now is what the permit was issued on.
How many square feet?
That
We
is.
have the 5 tax lots, yes.
Yes.
Ms. First is correct. 5 tax lots.
I just want to get the square footage for my notes.
7,500. I'm sure I'm sorry, I'm just moving a little fast only because I have the hard copy version.
I know you move very fast, Mr. Lee. It's not a bad thing.
It should be 7,500, but the plan examiner used,
Okay, so it was approved for some alterations
Yes.
on a 75, which makes it why you have to do a subdivide now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so now moving to the proposed new structure on the 3 lots. The variances that we're looking for are the side yard on both sides, which you need 5 feet, and we do have 5 feet to the first and second floor, but the third floor cantilevers, and we only have 3'8" on the third floor, and that's only a portion of the third floor, not the whole third floor, on the north side.
On the 2 side yards, you have 5 on each, or you're just
I
talking?
have 5 on the north side, and I have 11 on the south side.
But for the cantilever,
Do the
you'd have a
cantilever.
16 aggregate and a 5 and 11.
Correct.
Go ahead.
The rear yard, 20 feet is allowed. We have 20'1" to the house. We have 17'9" to the balcony on the third floor.
This first, isn't it either 25 or 15? Is there a 20?
25 or 15 for the rear yard.
Which one applies here?
That would be the 25.
Okay, so it's a 25, not a 20, but that's fine.
Actually, it's 18'9" is required. Do the calculations. It's less than 100 feet. You take, pardon?
1 for 3?
It's not a first floor. Not a 1-story addition. And it's on a brand new house. So the permitted encroachment is for additions to dwellings that already exist and do not apply to new houses.
Oh, so what is required here, and then you'll tell me what you're proposing. We just have to keep the numbers.
25-foot setback.
And that would apply to both floors?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead, sir. And so you're proposing what?
We are proposing 20'1" to the structure to the first and second floor. The balcony on the third floor is 17'9".
Balcony on the, and if we were to look feasibly, Mr. Litt, on this application, I just want to know for our deliberations, the balcony on the third floor, if you will, would your client accept a condition that it never be further enclosed if we were to approve it?
I don't think that'll be a problem. I think the whole point was they wanted to keep it open as part of that process because they were enjoying the beautiful area of Point Lookout.
And when you say the third floor, I take it we have just so we're speaking the same terms, FEMA first, second. We're
Correct,
talking
second
about
floor, okay.
on top of the
The second.
second floor of
second-
habitable space.
The second floor balcony, rear deck. If the ground
it-
level,
Go ahead.
then first floor living space, second floor living space. The balcony is off the second floor living space.
Oh, it's not on top.
It's not on top.
Thank you. Keep going.
We are not going for a height variance. And the front yard setback, the average is 7.3. We are proposing 7.5 to the porch, 13.4 to the house.
So you do not need front yard on the construct, right?
Correct.
Okay, and I somehow missed the rear yard setback on the maintain.
I think they're in compliance with the rear yard and the maintain.
The rear yard has not changed.
No, I have it on my calendar.
The rear yard is 21 foot 10 to the existing.
And so that has to be a 20. It's a maintain though. Is it still a 25 on the first floor? It is, right?
The existing lot, the existing house only is affected by the new lot line. So it's only going to be having lot area and side yard or side yard aggregate.
But I have for the maintain, I have, I may be wrong. I apologize. No, you're right. It's on the opposite. Go ahead.
Yes, the rear yard's not an issue, at least for the maintain.
Agreed.
That's all I have.
Thank you. At this point, I would like to introduce Mr. Barry Nelson, who is our appraiser and our expert, to discuss the surrounding areas and the area character.
Mr. Nelson, since the last time you appeared before this board, have there been any changes to your credentials?
No.
Okay, you're qualified to testify as an expert and give your opinion as to matters related to real estate valuation, and other related topics.
Thank you. I'm going to hand in some exhibits. I have photographs of the subject property and the surrounding uses. I have some aerial views of the subject property and the immediate surrounding area. And lastly, I got a comprehensive submission of pages that include nearby properties that receive similar area variances comparable.
As to the photographs, did you take them
Yes,
fairly and accurately represent what they purport to represent?
yes.
As to the aerials, did you get those off of a website?
Google Earth and County of Nassau website, yes.
You printed them and didn't otherwise alter them?
Digitally Auckland,
And the last thing, your report.
right, which includes documentation that I obtained off of the town's portal with other variances and site plans and surveys of nearby surrounding houses.
Mr. Nelson, do you happen to have, there are a couple of people, 3 people are signed in interested. I don't know if that means they're with the applicant or they otherwise have other matters they wish to speak about. I just want to ask, no, that's you, I apologize. Mr. Foley and Morledge, would either of you like, if we have it, a copy of the materials he's submitting into evidence so you can look over them before you speak? Okay, so Mr. Nelson, we have an extra copy do we have one?
I handed in everything I have.
Can you give them one of each?
I only have one. We only got one of those.
Okay, the report I can't give you right now, but we can give you the photographs. Your Alexis Morledge, is Mr. Foley here? Can you share the materials? Oh, thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Nelson.
Mr. Nelson, before you begin, the edification of the audience, the lady here at the dais, her name is Rebecca First. She's a building department plans examiner. She's been here for 30 years, 31
I don't want
years.
you to give up that information. Suffice it to say, she's one of our senior-most individuals with a very giant brain, too.
And she is an expert when she converses with us and the applicant.
And she's here for that purpose. Okay, Mr. Nelson, go ahead.
So The application has been gone over substantially for the setbacks, the lot coverage, variances required today. The subject property is known as Section 61, Block 59, and it includes tax lots 67 through 71. That's 5 tax lots that individually are 20 feet by 75 feet in depth. Beginning with just the character of the neighborhood, it's all residential B zone in this vicinity. And for the most part, other than the main road, Lido, predominantly all residential B zone in the Point Lookout locale. North on Lido Boulevard, you'll find some business zoning. Otherwise, 90% or 99% is residential B zone. Thank you. The pattern of parcel sizes in the area, and as Councilor tried to allude originally earlier, the subject property was built in the 1930s on the southerly lots, which would be lot 70 and 71, and maintained for many years on those lots. And in around 1978, the additional 3 lots were combined with the subject property. I mean, with the existing house. If you want to have a copy of the County of Nassau Department of Assessment tax map, which will indicate the subject property.
Is that 67, 68, and 69 that were added later?
Yes. The development, you'll see that predominantly on Mineola Avenue on the east and west side, and in the subject block on the easterly side of Lynbrook Avenue, those are parcels that are 75 feet in depth with various widths. Typical tax lot in this area is 20 feet wide. Some of them are on 2 lots, 2 tax lots, 3, and 4 tax lots. On the westerly side of Lynbrook Avenue, those parcels are 100 feet in depth. Within the 100-foot radius, you'll have almost 50% non-conforming as far as lot area. 200, same with the 200-foot radius, almost 50%. On the subject street, you'll have predominantly from the easterly side south, and on the westerly side, 40 by 75, 3,000 square feet. In the radius of 200 feet, there's approximately 15 out of 36 parcels that are 40 by 75, 3,000 square feet. In the entire radius, as I mentioned, there's approximately 50% that's non-conforming as to the lot area. The subdivision that's proposed would be for the existing house on 2 lots plus an additional 1 foot for the northerly side yard, and on the maintain approximately 4,425 square feet for the new house. The parcels to the southeast, you'll see on the easterly side of Mineola Avenue, beginning from 66 down through, and on this map, you'll have them that 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, Mineola Avenue are all 40 by 75, 3,000 square feet. Same thing on the westerly side. From the second house going further south, they're all 40 by 75, 3,000 square feet. To the north, the first house to the north is a unique parcel in that it goes from street to street.
Wait, I'm sorry, Mr. Nelson. When you say the first house to the north, you mean
north
of the subject property?
Yes, I'm sorry. That would be tax lots 65 and 66.
Okay.
That runs from street to street, 12 and 13 on the easterly side of Lynbrook Avenue, which is a 40 by 150
So there's one structure
on that.
on
parcel.
Lynbrook, but the backyard apparently, I guess, is on Mineola.
Adjacent to the subject. Correct. With that said, I looked at the lot area coverages, and I'm sure this board has heard many applications before the board in this Point Lookout, and what the applicant is seeking is a total lot area coverage of 43.4% for the new construct and 36 point, I'm sorry, let me just make sure I got that right.
I got it.
Yes, you're
Raise?
correct. 43.4,
That's correct.
yep, you're correct.
And for the maintain, 36.9%. My studies would indicate on the easterly side of Mineola Avenue, beginning at 66 Mineola Avenue, we have lot coverages of 33.9%, with the dwelling itself 67.5%, with open decks and on porches at number 66.
Mr. Nelson, can you go by lots? Because I don't seem to have
Okay.
the addresses on all of them.
That would be on the easterly side, on lots 121 and 122,
Okay,
33.9% for the dwelling, 67.5% with everything, decks, porches, and so on.
wow, 66.
67.5%.
Did that have a variance?
I think that's an
30%
existing.
coverage, that's not a house. Is that coverage, what all does that coverage, just out of curiosity, include? The
sorry?
extra 30?
Decks, porches,
Okay. Keep going.
Just to make it clear to the board, to the immediate east is the town of Hempstead Park
Right.
and Point Lookout, just so everybody knows
this
the
is the last
location.
street in Point
I
Lookout.
know,
Correct.
with a beautiful view. It's a
Beautiful view,
lovely
yes.
street.
Continuing south, if the board would like, I will give you the dwelling itself and the extra decks and so on.
That's what,
For each
2023,
one.
124?
That's correct. That would be 46.6% and 80%.
Wow.
The next one would be 41.7%, 47.6. Now we're up to 127 and 128, 32.3 and 54.5%. And I got most of this stuff off of the county website where they show you the pictures and the structures that were constructed, whether they have permits or not. This is what's existing in the area. On the easterly side, if we just, for the larger lots, I did come up with on lots, which is a 6,000 square foot lot, parcel lots 105 through 108, 32.8% and 38.6%.
36, did you say with?
38.6% with decks.
Thank you.
The decks are not on grade.
Right. What the applicant is seeking is 43.4% for the new construct and 36.9% for the maintain.
Is that the with all other structures number?
Yes, that's
correct.
complete,
That's with
yes.
everything.
Total, okay.
Total.
Are you going to do the other couple that are between the ones you started with in the south and the one you just did on the north?
So the next one would be 109 to 112, which is a 6,000 square foot parcel that has 27.9%. That might be, originally you had permitted lot coverage of 30%. So these are, a lot of these are some of these are non-conforming as to the old code. With the decks and everything, 27.9% without, 42.9% with decks. The next two are conforming.
Oh, so the one that comprises 113 through 116 complies with 127.5 for all structures?
Say that again? Lots.
The residence that, the Butler residence, which comprises lot 113 through 116, you're saying that with all structures on the property, it does not
It's
exceed
not 28.
27,
It's 28% approximately.
but some of it's decking?
Right.
And what's the last one?
That's conforming too. And that would be the Rains.
Yes, got it.
On the westerly side, beginning at the corner of Lido Boulevard, I won't go out of order. I'm sorry I did that. 26.3%. The next one would be 36.4 and 38.
36.4, and what else did you say?
38.6 on that one.
So that's you're saying that's the 36 on the house and 38 with the others. Okay,
28.9% on everything.
wow. What a stark difference, one area versus the other on the same street. And then the last,
Is the cash property. It appears to be 25% for everything.
is there a structure on that? Oh, yeah, it's on the other
Structure would
side.
be fronting to,
So that's considered by the building department to be one property right now.
street to street, correct. The subject, now you have the subject property.
43.4.
The next one is 24% on everything. I'm sorry. Yes, 24% on everything.
Wow. I didn't know there was one like that in Point Lookout.
Some of them are old and they'll be before the board soon enough. And I didn't go through the rest of them, but they're up in the 30s plus because they're on 3,000 square feet.
That little property, it looks to be 20 by 75. It says Shamshire on it.
I believe that is in conjunction with the Benedetto property. It's side yard.
Oh, okay.
The Walker property would be the 4 tax lots.
So that
75.
includes 77 and 78.
Yes. And then we have the smaller lots, which you do have them in the 40% plus.
So 79 and 80 are what?
I don't have the exact numbers in front of me right now.
Okay.
And the last one I did check would be the parcel on Lynbrook, tax lots 14 and 15,
Okay.
which is 39.4% and 41.3%.
Okay.
On the exhibit the comprehensive report that I submitted, and I identified some parcels, 53 Mineola Avenue, 64, at the first page. Instead of going through all the pages that I handed in, I should have put them right on the first page. I handed in the supporting documents on them, but I'll just highlight some of them. And 68 Mineola Avenue, 54, 57, 68. Did I give you 68?
56.
Right, okay, I gave you most of them on the subject street. I have others in the area. They'll have the documentations attached to them, but
And then-
generally between 30, it's in that book. I should have called them all out. I highlighted them on the pages following. What we have here is most of the parcels are non-conforming as far as the required lot area, and they do go up to approximately 57% with number 86 Mineola Avenue. It's a 3-story dwelling. Yes,
Which lots comprise 86 Mineola?
that would be just outside the radius on the east side. And which one did we just say? Asked 86?
The one you just referenced, because I don't have addresses, so I just need to go by lots.
Right. I'm sorry. That would be tax lots 139 and 140 on the easterly side of Mineola Avenue. It's just outside the radius. And I provided photographs of those dwellings. Those are the ones that I highlighted in the exhibit would be had come before this Board of Appeals requesting specifics. The last 2 items would be subdivisions of larger parcels as proposed in today's application of subdivision, and that would be 55 Beach Street under cases 107 and 108, 2022. It was 100 by 90, subdivided into 2 4,500 square foot lots. 6 Cedarhurst Avenue, which was just recently before the board under case hearing date January 8th, 2025. and that was a corner parcel that was subdivided, a 4,800 square foot lot and a 3,009 square foot lot. I provided,
What did it start as before the subdivision, or what by
the
what?
original lot was 7,994 square feet.
Was it 70 by 100? What was the,
I'm sorry, it was 60 by 128,
thank you.
the corner lot, slightly irregular. So what I have, and it's comprehensive in the exhibit, a pattern of development for much of Point Lookout. What the applicant is requesting today is not out of character for the Point Lookout locale. In fact, in many instances, the rear yard setback is greater than what's usually proposed at 10 feet. Some of them are as narrow, as small as 5 feet. The applicant is proposing approximately 20 feet for the new dwelling. The side yards are consistent. The dwelling is originally the exhibit that I handed in the comprehensive study. Most of those pictures, if not all, would be 3 stories. I forgot that this is not a variance that's requested in that it's technically 2 stories above non-habitable area, fully compliant dwellings. The values in the area are substantial. The applicant purchased the property outright approximately 1 year ago in excess of $2 million. He's planning to put $1 million into the maintain and substantially more in the new house. Values will continue to appreciate. It's the last block in the Point Lookout on the easterly end. Excellent views. In my opinion, what's before the board is a reasonable request. It's consistent with the pattern of development, and in my opinion, it's not going to be harmful to the surrounding community, whether for quality of life or pattern of development or values.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Nelson. Mr. Litt,
Yes.
I noticed the proposed subdivision is a 41 and 59. The obvious question, and then that causes the maintain to have a 3-foot side yard. Is there a reason? I'm sure there's a reason, but why couldn't it have been done with a little more balanced? I mean, obviously the construct house it can't be pushed much, but it could be slightly smaller to make 2 lots that are a little closer to the required front width. You know, like say, actually you could have a 50 and a 50.
You probably could have, and I think when we were putting together the process, the development, he's going to be living on one of the lots, and we also took a look at the history. It said that since the original home was on the 3,000 square foot lot and had the similar frontage, that we wanted to split it in that particular fashion to make certain that we weren't too far off what we had done previously, and it wasn't absolutely necessary since he was going to be living in one, and the other one, he's going to probably be using it as, let's say, a guest house. He has no plans at this point to do anything with the second house except to use it as a guest house. But obviously, that was his ultimate plan, to do it that way, sort of match what was there previously and say, all right, it was 3,000 square feet previously, we'll do 3,000, and I'll build a new home on the other lots that were added afterwards.
Yeah, but the 3,000 back then, for example, just by way of example, they got approval now for a permit to make alterations to the existing house. That may or may not have been granted, even if it was on a smaller lot, but you know that's taken into account in determining whether or not alterations to the existing structure could be had. Also, what house, if you know, does your client intend to live in?
The new construction.
Okay, and also, for the most part, on subdivisions in very residential neighborhoods like Point Lookout, we've often asked applicants, on the event is granted, to agree to a condition that they be owner occupied, because everyone knows the issues we have with
Yes.
Airbnb and all that. Is that something that your client would agree to?
Yes, he'll be owner occupying one of the lots, yes.
Well, both homes would have to be owner occupied.
Obviously, we don't want to limit his abilities if he wants to do something with the second property, but the board, if that's, what their position is, I can't, essentially object to it, but it's something which, at this point, he plans on definitely residing on one and utilizing the other, but I just didn't want to limit his options. But again, this is a board decision, if they want to put a condition on that.
Using it to let your family stay there is different than renting it out.
Correct.
over the summer or renting it out on a shorter term. So, okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr.
Yes. So at this point, you heard from myself, who gave a brief overview, but you also heard from our architect and from our appraiser. Is obviously very clear that this property certainly fits within the character of the neighborhood. We're not doing anything different than what's been occurring there in the beautiful area of Point Lookout. We are here to answer any questions from the board as well as from the community at this stage. And like I said, we do have the owner of the property here to answer questions as well if necessary.
Okay, how about we see what the other folks who are here, who are not with the applicant, want to say, and then we'll give you a chance to come back.
Absolutely. Thank you. To get all the bases, did we click all the boxes?
What's that?
Mr. Lit,
Sorry.
Mr. Owens reminded me, could you just have your client come up real quick, get him sworn in, and let him just
Sure.
confirm?
Yes.
It's rather
Thank you.
perfunctory, but let's just do it. Name and address for the record.
Brian Emery, 54 Inwood Avenue, Point Lookout.
Okay, just quickly, what was turned in was a copy of the radius map and the signatures from the various neighbors that you went over this with. I just want you to tell us, besides the radius map, what else did they ask to see? What else did you show them, just so we can?
So actually on that radius map, you'll see my home, which is 54 Inwood. So actually,
Court reporter didn't hear you.
this thing on?
Repeat that if you would.
Start from the beginning, she's got to hear it to take it
Sure.
down.
So on that radius map, you can see my home, which is 54 Inwood, that goes through to Lynbrook.
Wait, I don't have addresses.
Tax lots 37 and 38 in block 55.
So I'm effectively within that radius. And so all of the other people, or all the people that you see, are basically friends and neighbors. And so I approach those who are particular friends, those who have a good relationship with, share them the plans. We actually have renderings, plans, renderings, what it'll look like, day view, street view, everything. All of that info is shared, and they, consented to sign a document.
So when you spoke with each of them and asked them about signing this, you had more than the radius map. You had other things people ask about it. You showed them the plan and.
That's right, plans
whatever question
and
they-
renderings, that's right.
Okay, so we'll accept those into evidence, which we've already done, but just so we have the foundation laid. That's good enough, unless you have anything else.
No, nothing else other than to say that, I maintain a nice home on Inwood through to Lynbrook. This new home will be in keeping with our current home and the appeal of the neighborhood. And it does seem very much in keeping with the way Mineola looks right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Litt, if you're done, then I'll call the couple of people who signed in.
Yes, we're here to answer any questions anybody may have.
Okay, so I'm just going to go down the line and call out those who are not signed in or otherwise known to be with the applicant. So the first one is Carol Barrow. Go ahead and step up here. You get sworn in and you can tell us what you think we need to know about this application.
I swear. Thank you. My name is Carol.
Wait, adjust the microphone so we can hear you, because you have to speak loudly and clearly so we can hear and so the court reporter can get it.
My name is Carol Barrow. I'm at 40 Alvord Street, Lido Beach, New York, 11561. And I'm here because we have a situation that's kind of similar in Lido Beach, and we wanted to see what the outcome here would be.
You had one in the past or you have one upcoming?
I don't understand.
You're referencing a situation in Lido. Is that because this is a learning experience for you?
This is a learning experience for me.
Oh, and you're here to see what happens because it's upcoming or in the past?
Upcoming.
Okay. Is there anything about this particular application think the board needs to know?
No, I was worrying about the height variances.
Well, this case does not have a height variance request. It's more just a subdivision with maintaining one house on a smaller lot than it was previously on and constructing an additional house on a larger lot.
And my second concern was, well, when you have a lot like that and you say you're going to build a second home, well, we can really only live in one home at a time. And is it going to stay with the owner? Are both houses going to stay with the owner? And
Traditionally on subdivisions, applicants have generally been amenable to, and we have asked and imposed a condition that the homes thereafter be owner occupied to sort of alleviate the issue of, well, the biggest issue is obviously the really short-term rentals like the Airbnb and in otherwise existing neighborhoods. But also there are neighborhoods where the neighbors are concerned that if the houses become rentals, they believe that people have less investment in keeping them nice for the neighborhood as a whole because they may not live there for very long. So what we would end up requesting and potentially imposing, if approved, would be some sort of owner-occupied condition, but that would definitely be yet to be seen as to the applicant's willingness or wish to have that, and whatever the board came to after deliberating.
well, I was also thinking about what if the owner decides he wants to sell the next piece he just built on?
Well, again, if we were to put an owner-occupied condition, the sale would include that condition, so they would just be selling it to a subsequent owner. There's nothing, if someone has a right to build a house and they do so and they wish to sell it, that's not something we can constrain other than potentially getting them to agree to the purchaser being the occupier.
All right.
Okay, well, you're welcome to stay and hear whatever else goes on in anticipation of the case you have upcoming. Okay, next, we have you, Mr. Litt. Let's see, James Foley.
James Foley, 53 Mineola Avenue in Point Lookout.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Really just coming here to get a little more information. I was approached by Brian at a community park gathering, and he showed me some renderings of the architectural drawings. Was kind of surprised that there was just a posting of coming to the hearing without any further kind of, coming into the neighborhood, this is what's happening, more particulars of what's going on the property. Still not sure if the building is going to happen on that rear lot of 58 Lynbrook or not.
I'm sorry, say that again?
The rear lot of 58 Lynbrook, is that being obtained and worked on and being constructed on, or is that staying with the current owner?
Is 58 Lynbrook lots 12 and 13?
Do I have the right number?
No.
I see lots 12 and 13 on Lynbrook have a square that says 58.
That's not ours.
I understand, but I'm asking you, if 58 Lynbrook is lots 12 and 13?
Yes.
Okay, so you're talking about the address 58 Lynbrook? Because that's not what's before us now,
Okay.
but we're willing to hear what you have to say.
Yeah. I believe it's 58 Lynbrook. Bought and then built on.
Can we, oh no, radius map, right? I'm looking for one. Do we have an extra radius map to give this gentleman? Here, I'll just take, this is an exhibit, so I can't take one off that. Oh, got one.
She got the same sweater. I want one of those.
So this is what I'm talking about right here. That's not being, okay, okay. Yep, just wanted to confirm that.
Tax lots
No, that's okay.
58 through 60.
Hold on, tax lots 58,
2 houses north, yeah.
58 through 60, okay. He could have kept that. Okay, sir, tell us what we need to know.
Well, I just was concerned that that was also being obtained and built on, and apparently it's not.
I'm sorry.
That lot, I was, wondering if that was being obtained and built on, and apparently it's not.
Oh, the street to street that goes from Lindbergh to Mineola. That is not part of this application.
Okay.
Whether it's being obtained or not, I have no idea. Anything else?
The only other thing is, I guess, there was certain people approached with a lot more information. I felt like there was probably opportunity to do that with certain other people, and maybe it wasn't. I know Brian from the neighborhood. We share the neighborhood, but would want the same respect as the 6 people that maybe approved it to see what he's doing in more detail, so that I would feel the same way.
Well, I can give you a plot plan, which is a sort of zoomed in version of where they plan or would like to put the structures. The plans themselves as to both structures are on file. They're here right now, but they'll be back on file. Can they be accessed by internet to the plans? The actual plans?
Yes.
Yes, the portal, you can go through the portal.
Okay, so you can either come into the office and look
Public
at paper, or you can keep that plot plan. And if you'd like to see the actual plans for the structures, you can come in and look at them or access by way of the BZA portal.
Okay. Fair enough.
Thank you. Okay, the only other person, I take that back. I have a Peter Lucas. I don't know. He didn't sign in favor, opposed, or interested. Mr. Lucas still here? Okay. And then we have Alexis Moore-Ledger. Come on up. You're the next contestant.
I'm Alexis Morledge, 56 Mineola Avenue, Point Lookout, New York. Good afternoon, Mrs. D'Amato and members of the board. I would respectfully request an adjournment for the purpose of retaining counsel, and I'd like to advise the board that I have reached out to an attorney, but it has not been all finalized yet.
Okay.
I did not receive any information about the proposed plans. I have not seen anything. I was not approached by the purchaser of the lots.
Hold on one second.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have addresses on all these.
I am
You,
lots.
one house north of Mr. Foley?
No, I'm across the street on the east side. Bear with me for just 1 second. I believe that
I think it's tax lots 109 through 112. It says CFD.
Okay, so she's in the radius. She's in the two. Oh,
I'm in
she
the
actually
radius.
falls in the 100. So let's just back up. Usually the adjournment requests are done before we start the substantive hearing. Did you, so I get that you didn't have the individual attention that some people did from the applicant. Did you get your mailed notice?
I received one piece of mail. Yes, correct.
She's in the certified, right?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
Yes,
Okay, we have the cards, so I assume.
Yes.
correct.
Okay, 1 second.
Correct.
Yeah. What's your story? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Litt,
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, it's not the order in which we usually go, but given that she is intending to have counsel, we haven't had any adjournments on this. I feel that we need to take a short adjournment, but long enough for her to get counsel. I don't believe that when we come back to hear the remainder of this testimony, that I'm not inclined to go through any of the stuff we've gone through. I mean, we could give enough time for her to get counsel, for her counsel to get the transcript, and then adjourn it with the idea and the scope of coming back to hear this. She's the last individual to be heard, and you put on your case. I'm just not sure how we avoid.
I'm just concerned about the prejudice to my client as we've appeared today. He's been for his experts to be here. She was served the proper notices as per the code, and she received everything she's supposed to be receiving. And if she did have counsel or she did have somebody she was talking to, she could have reached out to our client to find out what was going on and at least indicated to us, because she has the notice, she can reach out and say, look, you know what, I'm preparing getting counsel, I want an adjournment. For us to spend the time and effort to come here today, and also the board's time and effort, I think the biggest problem we're going to have is that even if you say you want to limit what we do the next time, their attorney is not here. The attorney was not present during the testimony. Yes, they could probably pull the record up and do it there, but it's not. It creates a very significant problem for my client and for the board at this late stage to ask for such an adjournment. These things need to be done in the proper format at the proper time. And I know
I'm not an attorney, so.
we understand that, and we have to respect the fact that I'm not an attorney, but obviously, if there's going to be some sort of adjournment and some sort of adjournment request, and one, it should be done prior to it, and from what I understand, there may be some other issues involved in here, and to delay my client in his process, what he's trying to build and do what he needs to do.
What other issues do you think there are?
Well, I think our biggest concern here, obviously, is that here we just spent well over an hour on preparing our case. I think, and hold on one second, please.
I mean, I get the impression you're saying a boundary dispute or something, which obviously is across the street, so it can't be that.
If you guys would ask for November 12th, tell them, because I'm not going to be here.
But that just delays a whole subdivision going to.
Well, they're going to give you this. They're going to give it to her. The way she's been asking questions all afternoon, I don't know what they're doing here. But I suspect they're going to give it to her.
Yep, you're right.
And now that Regano came in, we know that
What would her attorney be opposing?
Well, I don't know.
Madam Chairman, because I want you to explain some of the background. I don't want to mess this.
Yes, Mr. Litt.
I just want to have my client, there's some issues that should be brought to the court, to the board's attention here, why this should move forward and no adjournment to be taking place.
Can someone let him sit down? It's up to you.
Sorry, I know this gets a little tricky to understand. There's a lot of history with all these properties in Point Lookout, but I purchased the property, from Julianne Mortgage. So Julianne Mortgage.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
The property you own, you what?
Purchased from Julianne Mortgage.
I take it that's a relative of this?
So Alexis Mortgage is Julianne's sister-in-law.
Okay.
Alexis's husband is Julianne's brother.
Okay.
So this property has been owned by the family for decades. Probably not a big surprise that it would eventually be sold. It was offered to them for purchase. They declined. It just seems a little, the surprise feature seems a little at odds with their understanding of the history of the property.
And I think.
You can't necessarily assume that.
No, we can't assume that, but I think the biggest concern we have is there are other factors involved here, and to have us have the time to put this forward, including a very important issue. My client needs to build this property, and now there's a new law that's going into place as of January 1st with I believe PSE&G? No, I'm saying National Grid, indicating the construction of gas lines, where he will not be able to put his gas line in and do what he needs to do here.
Mrs. First has something to say about that.
The Department of Buildings has made a policy that as long as this hearing has taken place, that this project will be grandfathered in for that code.
And that supersedes the state law, any sort of obligations? You'll see therein. But I'm more concerned about the fact that there apparently is some serious conflict of interest problems and some other factors involved here for have a particular resident come in here where there may be some side issues that are causing a problem between either the family that we're not involved in. It's not our problem to then now delay his process. We already have an application that we put before the Planning Commission as part of a timing issue to get a lot of things built and done in place before the end of the year. And her to come in here after an hour and a half to now request an adjournment to get an attorney in here, is the attorney going to come in next week? Are the attorney going to come in 2 weeks? I mean, how short of an adjournment are we giving the council if we're going to do this? And I'm very, very concerned that I've been doing this for quite a while, and I've never seen a situation where the board would grant an adjournment after the particular evidence is presented. That is very unique.
Infrequently, but it happens.
It does happen, but I haven't seen that before.
Okay. So I'm not going to ask you, do you agree that she's entitled to a counsel at this point? There may have been stuff that was said at the hearing that she's curious about or interested about, that she needs an attorney to counsel her. Certainly you have to respect that.
I would say this, if the board does decide to grant an adjournment on this factor, that if she does not have counsel by the next hearing date, that the matter be closed and submitted to the board for approval.
I think the board will certainly take that into consideration, yes.
I just don't know what the concerns are, and even more so, let's get into the nuts and bolts, and I'll take this one step further. She says she wants to hire counsel. Great, that everybody's entitled to do that, and she's entitled to her adjournment. But what are her specific concerns? All she said was that I'm opposing this project. We haven't heard one bit of specificity of what her concerns are. And because we should really see a little bit more of the detail. If she brings up some legitimate points that are a concern, then the board could consider that. But at this point, I've not heard anything.
As an attorney, Mr. Litt, I don't want her to tell us if she is in fact coming back with counsel, right? I mean, you
Or
would
her
want
own
your
personal
client
concerns.
articulating if your client is going to come back with you, I would imagine, but it's up to the chairman.
I'm not going to, this is my point, there's another problem. I'm not going to amend it. I have no idea when they're going to put us before. I don't know what they're going to do here.
I know, but try to get it on November.
I'm going to try to get November 12th date.
Yeah, that's the next hearing date.
So, okay, fine, I'll push that, thank you, I appreciate that.
You know, since it's gonna cost your client money
Well,
for
have
all
it,
the
yeah,
experts
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Time and expense, this is another 10 grand.
What a foundation, how are they going to give us that? They're going to give us that before we get all the approvals?
Can we go for a permit then?
I know they are. Yeah.
You, me.
Exactly, he's gonna pay time on this thing. Yeah, okay. I guess the last point I want to make before the board does make a decision, the chairman makes a decision on this, is that if they do agree to grant an adjournment, I mean, this puts a tremendous hardship on my client. He's got to bring his experts back here again. It's going to cost him thousands of dollars to bring us all back here again. So again, we don't mind adjournments, but to do this at this stage after everything has been presented, now have to come back again, it does additional hardship to my client, besides the timing issue, but a financial. You know, and she was notified timely. So again, I don't see where an adjournment at this late stage should be granted.
All right.
Thank you.
So you registered your objection. If we do grant an adjournment, I believe you're going to be the first case on the calendar. Madam, what is your attorney's name?
I'm speaking right now in process with Al D'Agostino.
But have you retained Mr. D'Agostino?
In the final stages of that, yes.
Pardon?
In the final stages of that, Mr. Chairman, yes.
In the final stage of it. When can we put this on? And I'm going to apologize, Mr. Litt, only because you know what the policy of the board is
Yes,
and
we do.
always has been.
We have to respect that.
But we want to cause the minimum amount of inconvenience and expense to all parties concerned. So if we put it on, we're going to put it on first thing in the morning.
Uh, If you, whatever attorney you do retain, I would suggest that you have them familiarize themselves with the live stream, because we're not going to hear this case all over again, ma'am.
Understood, Mr.
All
Chair.
right? It's going to go, and it's going to go.
Thank you very much, Mr.
All right? And there will be, just a minute, there will be no further adjournments. I'm going to mark the case final.
We appreciate that. If we can, November 12th would be the best. I think that's the next date. We can do that the next coming up, as long
Hold
as
it.
it's in your calendar.
Because you want to be number one.
Absolutely, I want to be number one. Understood. We appreciate that.
We'd hate to have Mr. Nelson sit here for an extended period of time.
He sends a big bill. Yes, he does. You don't get any objection from me.
Do I get a Christmas card out of it?
And a hug.
What I got? Have we set to November 12th?
I know. Stay away from it, but maybe he can have, maybe ask him to have the council call you, and maybe we can work out anything.
That's what I mean, so that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
It's also important to know that it's burdened on neighbors, because neighbors are going to have construction through the summer next summer if this thing doesn't go.
Listen, I'm gonna call so I may give Al, we may give Al a call and say, Al, maybe let's make nice, maybe they'll walk away. Get my gist? Do I mention that to him? I'll reach out to Agostino. Do I mention to him? I'll reach out to Agostino.
No, have the clerk, whoever finalizes it,
Yeah.
reach out to me, and maybe.
Once they agree, I'll
Put
say,
this
oh,
to rest,
oh,
and maybe we'll not have to come back.
Right.
Because of what?
It makes nothing, it doesn't make a decision.
We're going to set this case final, November 12th, 9:30 in the morning. Please tell Mr. D'Agostino to be ready.
Yes, sir.
Tell him you're first on the calendar.
Yes, and I would recommend that Mr. D'Agostino give me a call and try to discuss this, as we may be able to resolve this and reach back to the board and let them know that it has been resolved.
Okay.
And you can close the hearing if that's the way we're able to work that out.
So Mr. Litt, give her your card if you.
Absolutely.
I'm sure Mr. D'Agostino can find you.
He could find me in 2 seconds. He has my, all my numbers.
So are we done here today?
So I guess at this point. Adjourned.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And Miss, there's not going to be a further notice sent out.
Okay.
And let Mr. D'Agostino know.
Thank you very much.
Never-
Thank you very much.
You have to do signs?
You don't have to do a new notice.
The county, for the subdivision.
No, I meant the posting.
No new mailing.
No additional postings, no
Posting.
additional notice is necessary, correct?
No? All right.
Everyone who's here. has
Everyone
notice.
is here, has notice.
And the scope is circumscribed anyway.
Colin's sick.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time today. Thank you, all of you. Thank you.
Sorry it worked out the way it did, but
Oh, this is. So see what he was.
You don't like it? Oh, I know. No. I throw it out. This is what I get home. Sometimes. John.
Next, we'll be calling case 54625 Franklin Square, Michelle Notaro. Variance lot area occupied, construct two-story addition and roofed over stoop attached to dwelling, also known as 144 Frame Street.
Yeah. I got nothing. You gotta learn how to do it. All right, what do we got here? Michelle Notaro. Where's what? I don't know.
Jeffrey Donlin, 9 Brook Drive, Stony Brook, New York, 11790.
Sir, can you speak louder?
A little louder, please.
Yes.
This is the last
Thank you.
case?
Not a problem.
Did you
Jeff-
get the name, Stephanie?
Oh, absolutely. Jeffrey Donlin, 9 Brook Drive, Stony Brook, New York, 11790.
This is the last case, and it's,
Good afternoon, Chairman and members of the board.
Point lookout case.
and it's,
I am here this afternoon on behalf of my client, Michelle Notaro, 144 Frame Street, Franklin Square, to request relief from the lot area occupied to construct a two-story addition and roofed-over stoop attached to the dwelling. We are respectfully seeking an increase in allowable building area with regard to Article 7, Residential District B, subsection 69 of the zoning ordinance as written. Currently, the zoning information found on the plot plan, PL1, included in the board's packet, indicates a single-family dwelling with a building area of 23.4%, 4.1% less than the allowable. Our client, Ms. Notaro, with the board's consideration and approval, would like to modernize the home to include a remodeled first and second floor that requires, as per the proposed design, a lot area occupied of 29.3%, a 1.8% increase over the allowable of 27.5.
And that addition is a two-story addition, right?
Yes,
Is it,
it's contiguous.
there's a roofed-over stoop. Is that part of this application?
The roofed-over stoop is at the front elevation. The roofed-over porch is at the front elevation, and
Yeah.
yes, it is.
Is your calculation of 29.3% include the roofed over stoop or exclude it?
It includes it.
It includes it.
Yes.
What percentage of the lot area occupied does the roof over stoop provide?
15 square feet.
In terms of
Marginal.
percentage, is it greater than 1.8%?
No.
It's not. Do you know what percentage it is? Because if that's included in your 29.3, that's a permitted encroachment, isn't it? Beck,
We did include
you want
in the
to
calculation.
make the calculation if you could. Ms. First it's a permitted, right? Ms. First is one of our senior people in the building department. She's very well versed in this kind of thing.
I'm familiar with her. Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you take care of the adjournments? When is this on? This one?
These people, and I just asked Patty, I was like, what are these people here for? We have that insurance this morning from Total Com. So these people are from there.
This proof is only over the first section. That's why I was calculating.
They're on O'Connell's case?
The case from this morning that we adjourned to this afternoon. I forgot. Actually, just tossed it.
What? Are they here this morning? Are they here this morning?
No, this Total Com.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did they show up this morning? They had to come back this afternoon? Who's they? Are these the applicants?
Do we have one?
Full set?
I don't have a full set of anything.
No.
I'm going from 27.5 to 29.3. Exactly. I mean, I'm going for the rear yard variance. The lot coverage at the back took it, it's a 20 by 10,
What was the original lot coverage on this house?
24.3.
So there's no way possible that this little thing is carrying you at 29.
This section is the two-story addition at the rear. That's carrying me over.
But this is saying, oh, it's a two-story.
It's a two-story addition. Yeah, at the rear. So that's what took me from 24.3 to 29 point, hold on.
Front porch is 0.75% of the entire.
Right. Thank you. So the front porch is 0.75% of the front porch, the roofed over porch at the front elevation is 0.75% of the request. The rear of the property is a two-story addition, which represents the difference between 29.3% and minus 0.075%. So initially, the lot coverage.
Move on. Yeah. Thank you. And it's a permitted encroachment.
The stoop might be, but is that your case, sir, or is there anything else you wish to ask?
Yeah, other than that, I did recalculate and took into consideration the front yard setback, and the side yards, which we are in conformance with regard to the context.
But yeah, the only variance that you're actually seeking is just
The buildable area.
lot area occupied, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. All right, thank you. Any other questions from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
Move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Sir, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's rendered.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a good day.
You too.
Right. 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 Call it. I got a red pencil. Where's Mr. O'Connor? Who signed in on this case?
Those are pretty nice glasses.
Next, we have case 541 of 25 near Westbury. Jeffrey R. and Lizette Oglesby, mother-daughter residence, second kitchen, also known as 719 Highview Avenue.
Thank you. Everybody's in favor.
My name is Nicholas Capucci. I work with Todd O'Connell Architects, 1200 Veterans Highway, Suite 120, Hauppauge, New York. Good evening, Chairman, members of the board. I just want to say thank you for hearing us at this late hour. I had a scheduling conflict this morning and we missed it, but thank you again for hearing us. So I'm here today representing Mr. and Mrs. Oglesby, and we are here just a request for a mother-daughter, a second kitchen. I do have all the family members here, all the adult family members here today, so they could come up and give their name and testimony. You do have all their licenses and requirements, I believe, on file already. We are proposing a second floor addition to the existing dwelling, and with this addition, we do meet all the setbacks and all the codes. So we are just asking for the mother-daughter permission.
I'm sorry. I had my papers a little messed up. You're here for a mother-daughter, right?
Correct.
And what were you saying about the second floor addition? Is that an as-of-right addition?
Yes. In order to achieve the mother-daughter that we're looking to do, or the apartment upstairs, we're doing an addition, and on this addition, we are meeting every setback that the town of Hempstead has. We meet the setbacks, we meet the lot coverage, we meet the any code that they have, except for the second kitchen.
So the second kitchen's not in yet?
No, the second floor isn't even built yet either. We do have preliminary approval on the portal with the plans we submitted for the construction of the addition, but we don't have approval for the second kitchen yet.
sorry, I'm looking at the plans. Have you been in the house? The existing house?
I haven't been in the house personally, no.
I have, sorry.
Correct. Yep.
It has a three-piece bathroom, I guess three-quarter. I see what looks like it might be stairs, but it's not quite clear because there's no up or down arrows. I'm looking at A2, by any chance.
Yeah, I'm trying to look too on the plot plan. I do have all permits and building department numbers and COs essentially for the finished basement as storage only with bath. And it's under building permit 178360. And I'm guessing CO is 20171362. And it's on the plot plan that we submitted.
I'm just starting with the plan. I'm looking at the foundation plan.
Yes,
It shows what's called a finished cellar, 7-foot height.
correct.
Three-piece bath. And it's something that looks like it's stairs, but it
Correct.
doesn't have up or down arrows, so I'm just assuming that's the stairs.
Correct.
To the first floor plans, I see that those are in fact stairs and they go to the exterior.
Correct. Behind the kitchen.
So I see 3 bedrooms there, a living room and a kitchen.
Correct. Next up, we tried to mimic the first floor. So you're going to see the 3 bedrooms again with the kitchen above the existing kitchen, living room above the existing living room.
Right. Now, how many people live in the house?
There is the mother and father, and then the daughter and the husband, and I believe the 2 kids, 7 and 9.
Mildred and George Barrientos, I think, if I'm correct.
I believe so, yeah.
And then Lizette, Jeff, Emma, and Ryan Oglesby, all Oglesbys.
Correct.
So
They're present here today.
Pardon me?
And they are present here today.
Okay. Now, who's living on the first floor?
I'm not too sure. They could probably answer that more once they come up.
Who is currently living on the first floor? Currently? Okay.
Jeff, Lisette, Emma, and Ryan.
And where do the Barnientos now live? Where do they live? Oh, okay. So you're going to move into the house with your got it. Okay. The daughter and son. So you will occupy the upper portion of the house. Is that correct? Okay.
Which ones are doing the upper?
I do want to take this time just to submit some of the green cards that we did get back as a return receipt.
Okay. Yeah.
Just for the record, each time we have an application for a mother-daughter immediate family residence, the Board of Architectural Review reviews it to determine whether or not the dwelling is suitable to be used in this fashion and suitable to revert back to a single-family dwelling at the cessation of such use. They often make recommendations such as removing of doors or walls at the top or bottom of stairs. And when they do so, we give the applicants the opportunity to explain to us why that may or may not be feasible. For example, if there are children or pets involved, oftentimes they need a door for safety. If the expense is exorbitant, so I need to make it as part of the record. So I will just say to you that the Board of Architectural Review reviewed this application, determined that it is suitable to be used in this fashion, and it is restorable to a single-family dwelling at the cessation of the use, provided that there is no illegal occupancy in the basement. I noticed that there's a cellar entrance and almost a full bath, a 3/4 bath or a 3-piece bath in the basement. In addition to this, there is a set of conditions mother-daughter immediate family conditions. Are you familiar with those, sir?
Yes.
Those are the conditions that are, for example, it has to give all the appearances of a single-family dwelling, one entrance, one gas meter, one doorbell, one mailbox. Did you explain all of those things to your clients?
Yes, we went over all that, and we checked off no to all that as well. And as our design reflects that we meet all those criteria and requirements.
And they understand that if this house were ever to be sold or otherwise transferred, that they need to get a permit and remove the second kitchen unless there's some other arrangement made. For example, if, during the sale, the new buyer is putting in an application and is therefore approved for the similar use. How many cars does the family have?
I'm not too sure how many cars the family does have, but we do provide enough parking, off-street parking. As you can see on my plot plan, I do have 3 spots in the driveway, as well as they have a existing detached garage which holds a car, so we have 4 off-street parking, more than the requirement that is needed.
How many cars do you have in your family? Okay. So total of 4. Go ahead. That's it.
Is the cellar entrance already on the house?
Yes, the cellar entrance is existing.
And that already has a permit, and the bathroom in the basement has a permit?
Correct. I believe the CO is 2017136622.
So that was a yes, right?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Sounded like it.
Yeah, I was ruffling the papers, so I couldn't hear.
Sounded like a yes. Any other questions from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
Move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Sir, you and your clients, everyone who signed in on the case, will receive a copy of the board's decision by mail once it's rendered.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Have a nice day, folks.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Did you take care of this?
Yes.
What did we do with that? We granted.
Wait.
This is a renewal.
No, hold on, I think we adjourned. I think that's the one, yeah. So Becky, so these are the trailers, right?
Yeah, right. Sorry.
What we did is.
On November
they have
19th.
an existing application.
Thank you all for letting me sit in. Good day.
All right, we're going to take a 10-minute break and come back and do decisions.
I'm gonna give you these when I'm done, John, you gotta sign.
So what are we talking about?
Sequel.
On which? 2
We have
p.m.?
2 sequels. I'm just gonna glance at them, sign.
Next date is November 12th. Right, so point looking at is November 12th. Franklin Square was approved. Oh, on those. Okay.
What's up, buddy? How you making? That was good.
Peace.
So quick. Wow, you went to the place he likes?
He did? I wish I would have known that. I could have
I'm sorry about last night. I had a college board meeting. I got out very late.
Topo Gigio Realty. Huh?
Yeah.
Topo Gigio Realty?
Wow.
Let's take the adjournment first. That is case.
544, 545.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of adjournments.
Cases 544 and 545 of 2025. That case has been adjourned to November 12th at 9:30 in the morning. Case 546 of 2025, Franklin Square, Michelle Notaro. Do we have any questions or comments from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
I make a motion on case 546 of 25 Franklin Square, Michelle Notaro. The variance be granted with the condition that the roofed over stoop never be walled in.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Cherry Valley Associates, that's 547 of 2025 West Hempstead. Case has been adjourned to December 3rd at 11 a.m. Okay, cases 548 through 554 inclusive. East Meadow Path Land Holdings LLC, care of Parkit Management. That case has been adjourned to November 19th at 2 o'clock, 2025, obviously. Case 678 of 2024, Hewlett Rockaway Portfolio LLC. That case has also been adjourned to November 19th at 2 p.m. Let's double back.
541? Mother-daughter?
Yeah. Case 541 of 2025 near Westbury, Jeffrey and Lisette Oglesby, mother-daughter, residence, second kitchen, property located 719 Highway Avenue near Westbury. Have any comments? If not, do I have a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion for 125 Westbury, Jeffrey, and Lisette Oglesby, mother and daughter resident. I believe it should move forward as requested.
Mother and daughter conditions.
Yep.
Subject to verification.
Yep. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? I think that does the afternoon calendar.
That's it.
Anything else that we have left from the morning calendar? There was something we were going to talk about.
Did you guys want to talk about the shed? Or we'll revisit that another day?
Which shed?
Okay, we'll do, we have some administrative things.
Okay. Request for extension of time? Timely? Okay. How old?
We granted it May 22, 2019.
What are they waiting for?
I don't know. Money?
Wait. What is it for? Body shop?
Finance and design, yeah, body shop. Just commenced construction. They're not there yet?
How do you, not for anything, but 6 years.
Yeah. No date, body shop.
And theoretically, if they're waiting for shekels, how do we know they're ever gonna get it? What are we supposed to do? Keep it open ad nauseum?
South Shore Collision.
Where's it located?
Across from Peter's Clam Bar approximately.
Oh,
That one is less offensive to me than some of the others. What do they need?
We need an extension of time.
they gotta move.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
enough.
We granted that stuff back where no one could see it, because they wanted to put it indoors instead of outdoors, right? What is their proper reason for?
No money.
Well, how do we know they're ever gonna get the money? I mean, don't we have to draw like a line in the sand? Like, if you don't start construction within a certain period of time?
How long ago did we approve it?
So what if,
Because it
wait a
becomes the
minute,
situation
what if we say no? All right, what are the ramifications of our denying the case or denying the extension? What do they then have to do? Come back
They're gonna ask for a rehearing.
de novo?
Deny the rehearing, they'll grant the rehearing. If we do that, deny it, they'll file a new application in the building department.
So,
What we have
but,
done
but why should we keep this?
One of the things we've done, John, is we bring them back in and say, because what matters is, did their business model or what they proposed to do their change? And even if it didn't, did the area change? So that either one of these changes, it may not be the same fit it once was. So in the past, like Coles over there, we had them come back in to say, how's your business model changed, if at all? Because maybe you don't now get that parking variance. And if the business model stayed the same, but if the community character changed so that we wouldn't approve it today, then we deny it. Or like you said, we could just say, here's your grant, but if you don't pick up the permits or whatever by X date, your case will be dismissed.
So let's take it one step further. They pick up the permits and they don't do anything. How long does
They have
that
4
go
months?
on?
Do they have 4 months to start?
And then they'd have to come back and start from scratch, correct?
They start asking for extensions of time to pick up, start construction.
No, enough's enough.
You might want to, you could just call them back
6
in.
years, everybody's shop in the world has made a fortune.
I'm sure of it.
You know what? I mean,
He apparently didn't build it yet.
well,
It says commence construction.
If you want to call them back in, you can call them back in,
Call 'em.
ask about the stuff, and then say, listen, here you go, but this is the time, this is how much time you have, or we're not going to grant any more extensions.
call them in. We're not going to do this forever. Give them a date.
Okay.
I'm not going to grant it.
And then the next case we have is,
Now, when we call them in, do they have to put a notice out?
It'll just be noticed in the paper. It'll.
Good.
do the paper? Yeah, put it.
Go ahead. Who's the next calamity?
Subdivision on William Street in Seaford. It's waiting for the Nassau County Planning Commission subdivision approval. It was granted April 9th, 2025.
Oh, just grant.
No, okay.
Why didn't
Yeah,
they
give 'em
do
9.
what they're supposed to do yet?
Well, the NCPC has to approve it.
9 months.
That's O'Brien's fault. Blame him. Give him 9.
Speaking of times, we had that case, that hot dog truck. What? The hot dog.
This morning.
Why don't we consider imposing a condition on those temporary grants that if they don't obtain a permit or if they don't renew it,
That wasn't temporary, they haven't been in since 1990.
if they don't renew their term grant within 6 months, it's null and void and they must restart.
Honey, they didn't.
I'm okay with
that.
No, I know that, but this will give us some teeth maybe.
So, I mean, the way it works, the building, it sends out the renewal time.
But whose obligation is to pay your property tax?
I understand that. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is, it's on behalf of the building department that's checking on it.
I can't lay the onus with the building department. I mean, I got a tax bill the other day, I forgot it was due. It's still not due, I have plenty of time to pay it, but it's my problem.
But then what happens if you never got the bill? It's still your problem.
That's my problem, I guess.
It's still your problem.
You're supposed to know when you have to pay your taxes.
I get it.
John, my son who's a Romeo, like, bad.
Unless, no, we didn't make a motion, however.